Hello, Pastor David McKinley here from Central Schwenkfelder Church with another devotional from the Scriptures. We have been talking about the miracles of Jesus, especially the sign miracles found throughout the Gospel of John. And this Sunday we'll be talking about Jesus feeding the 5,000. The setting is such that Jesus is over on the other side of the Sea of Galilee, and a large crowd had followed him. And he's up on the side of a mountain, and they're out in the middle of the wilderness, and they don't have anything to eat. And so Jesus, knowing that it's close to the Passover, and I think that that's strategic to this story, because the Passover, of course, is quite a significant feast for all Jewish people. And Jesus has the crowd sit down, and there are 5,000 men. It's arguably probably double that in number if you include the women and the children. And Jesus sees the scenario that these people need to have something to eat, and so he asks Philip if he would get bread for them. And Philip said, "We don't have enough to feed such a large crowd. We only have a few loaves and a few fish." And so Jesus is testing Philip's faith as well as the other disciples, because certainly they could be a part of this conversation as well. And so Jesus blesses the food that they do have and then passes it around, and everyone eats to their fill. Now, this is amazing because it's obvious that Jesus causes both the loaves and the fish to multiply, and everyone was filled and satisfied, and they even had much left over. And it just goes to prove that Jesus does another sign miracle to show that he is God's Son. In fact, the reaction to this is when the people saw the sign that he had done, they said, "This is indeed the prophet who is to come into the world." And perceiving then that they were about to come and take him by force to make him king, Jesus withdrew again to the mountain by himself. Jesus was keenly aware of his Father's agenda, and he didn't want to be subjected to the people's agenda. And so when they tried to forcibly make him king, he withdrew from them, and he wasn't able to be captured to be made king. Because Jesus is not so much concerned with an outward physical kingship as the kingdom of God is an inward spiritual kingship that is truly eternal and truly transforms hearts and lives. I hope that you'll be able to come and be with us this Sunday. There's some exciting things happening in the life of our church. We're going to be starting a renovation project in the coming weeks, and we see the faithfulness of God working through our membership, and we look forward to what God is going to be doing in the next 6 months or so in our church life. And I hope that you'll also be encouraged in your faith as I expound from the Scriptures on Jesus feeding the 5,000. May the Lord bless you, and I hope to see you soon.